You're watching... Fuck. You're watching Food, Friends, and Fun. Bop, 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 bop. Welcome to Fun, Friends, and Food. That's backwards. Welcome to
Food, Friends, and Fun.
Food, Friends, and Fun. Fuck.
We're a little bunga this morning, but we're here.
It's a good Saturday.
My son told me not to say bunga, so
Don't say bunga.
don't say bunga today.
Say carrot.
Say carrot.
Look at this. This is a vibe, man. This is such a good idea. You know?
Dude, if anyone could like sit here and just like see what we're looking at, this is so relaxing.
It's so nice.
Like all we need is these bobas over here.
You know what's gonna make it even nicer is your boy made a nice 4 counts of boba. Count them. 1.
Oh, okay. What's that
2.
one?
These are, so we got milk tea.
Milk tea?
And dragon fruit.
Okay. Is that what this one is too?
Yep.
Oh, nice.
2 for you, 2 for me. I know you don't gotta finish them.
Thank you. Man, this looks so good.
Forgot the straws.
The straws? Oh, big straws?
We got it made. Yes. And we got drinks.
I'm dating myself, I know, but...
There we are.
Oh, you're cute.
Hello, little puppy.
You want a snack?
There's 2 straws for you.
Oh, these are the boba straws.
2 for me. Yeah, they're actually, you don't need to if you're not gonna. You don't need to intermingle, whatever.
I'll do blue. Match the seat here.
Almost exactly the same color as my shorts.
Dude, it's just matching with everything today.
I don't know which one I want right now. Almost lost that. That's the
Well, I want to try the one with tea. This one, right?
They both have tea, but
milk tea.
Yeah, this is so milk tea is the traditional way to make boba. It's the way a lot of purists will talk about it. I personally prefer it with fruit juice, but
fruit juice, okay.
This is just milk tea, honey, and then
you point the pointy part on the bottom.
You put the pointy down.
Pointy down.
The bobas are covered in brown sugar.
Brown sugar, okay. Interesting. Cheers. Oh, there we go.
A little dinky sinky.
Dinky sinky.
Could be sweeter, but that's the way traditionalists like it.
You just chew the boba?
Chew them, suck them down.
Chewy.
Don't choke on them, but...
Fun fact, I choked on a steak before.
You choked on a steak?
Okay, let me just start with this. I was at my wife's family's house having dinner with them, and her mom made steaks, and everyone's just chowing down on these steaks. Like her dad's chowing down on it just with his hands, her brothers and everything, and I'm cutting it with a fork and knife, and I'm just, eating piece by piece. I feel a little embarrassed to just grab it and just
they're just
take a bite.
Steak?
They're just
like what kind? Like what cut?
Like a T-bone.
Man, so they T-boning by hand.
But they're eating this. They're just taking bites, and I remember my wife. She's like, "You don't have to be embarrassed. Just do it." I'm like, "No, I can't. I can't do that. That's just a little weird. It's just a little. I'm a little uncomfortable." And she's like, "It's okay. Just try it." I'm like, "Okay, I'll give it a shot." So she goes back to eating, and I'm here looking at the steak. I'm like, am I really gonna take a bite of this? I'm like, okay, if I'm gonna take a bite, I'm gonna take a nice bite of this juicy, fatty part over here, because that's gonna taste good. And I take a bite of this thing, and I guess it was a little more tougher than I thought. So I'm like chewing on this, and I'm chewing, and I'm chewing, and I think that I chewed it enough. So I give it a...
that tough? Was it well done?
I don't remember, honestly.
It was a nice gray steak.
All I remember was it was tough, and I was chewing that for a long time. I was chewing it for a good minute. Like I was just sitting there, like just chewing, like quiet for a whole minute. I swallow it, and it's like, oh, it's big. I'm like, okay, I feel it slowly going down my throat. I'm like, okay, I'm just letting my throat do the job. It's gonna go down. It's slow. It's just so slow. And I'm literally sitting there not breathing for like a minute waiting for this thing to go down. I'm like, okay, it's not going down. Let me drink some water.
No.
I drink some water and then it just comes right back up. I like try to swallow and it just, I'm like holding it in and then I'm like tapping my wife. I'm like so calm. I'm like tapping her like this and then she's not turning around. I'm like starting to tap her harder and then she turns around. She's like, what? And I'm like, she's like, huh? I'm like, and she's like, oh, okay. Shit, dude. It's like a whole 2 minutes.
Bruh.
I'm like trying to get a damn piece of steak down. So she does the Heimlich on me, and eventually the big plop of steak just right there in the middle of the table, dude. I'm like, I don't even want to come back to dinner at this point. I want to just leave. I want to go home.
Dude, that's so bad.
Oh my gosh, dude. It was so bad. I was so embarrassed. I'm like, first of all, who chokes on a steak? Like, come on.
Fucking wimp.
I'm a freaking wimp. No, that was some weak steak. I'll be honest, it wasn't great.
It almost took you out.
Huh?
How weak could it be if it almost took you out?
It wasn't great, honestly. I'll be honest, her mom's not a great cook. For example, she used to boil chicken, then grill it. Is that how you do it? Boil the chicken, then grill it?
Of course not, but I've heard white people do that.
Exactly. That's exactly what you did.
I'm gonna dip into the dragon fruit here.
Oh, okay.
I think this one's going to be sweeter. What do you think?
It's pretty good. I like the boba balls.
They're just fun. You know, it makes a whole event out of it.
I like balls in my mouth.
I like balls in my mouth.
I'd give that one a go too. Don't spill.
You ever have dragon fruit juice?
No.
I haven't either. I saw it at Costco. It was on sale. So I scooped it.
Had to get it.
It's just a nice event to have balls in your mouth, you know? It's not a normal occasion for me.
I like sucking up balls.
Just in case for a backup plan, we
That is a lot better.
We pulled Kool-Aid bursters. They didn't have sugar-free Capri Sun, so
They didn't?
those are the closest thing to sugar-free.
That's not bad. It's
They're
Kool-Aid.
good. They're. I mean, did you ever have those as a kid?
The Kool-Aid?
Yeah, the bursters, the little plastic bottle.
I remember only having them when there was like kind of like parties that my aunt would throw. Like my cousin would always like just have them. And they were either like the blue one or the red ones, but it was only like his birthday parties or something like that. I remember one time they had him at the rink. They threw a birthday party for him at the rink, and then we had Kool-Aid there. It would have been so cool to just
Did
spill it
you-
on the rink. Make ice cream.
Ice cream. You ever just drink straight Kool-Aid, like as a kid, like you know, packet mix?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
My babysitter would do that. She would mix the Kool-Aid packets
Yeah.
in. Oh, dude,
You know, I saw
best
one
Kool-Aid ever.
that we might have to try. Oops, I don't know what happened there.
Is it the invisible?
Invisible Kool-Aid. No, I've had that before, but there's a new trend where people are putting a Kool-Aid packet into Simply Lemonade.
Oh, okay.
Kool-Aid Simply Lemonade, and
Dude,
that sounds bussin'.
that does sound
You know,
busting.
Badlands tried it yesterday,
Dude,
so we're probably gonna have to get to it. It sounds so
have
good.
lemonade at home too.
Man, we gotta keep mixing things, just experimenting.
What could we experiment? Kool-Aid and Simply Lemonade.
Mm-hmm. He just did cherry. But you know, Simply Lemonade also sells limeade. And cherry limeade is a
Limeade?
popular thing. Cherry Kool-Aid and limeade. That might be bussin'.
Cherry limeade.
Bye-bye. This is a beautiful spot we picked.
I think,
except for the planes.
yeah, that's the only thing I was gonna say. The plane is just, that's gonna be a problem.
But I'm vibing.
Bro, I could just like nap here right now. It's so nice.
Just take a nap skis. What is
Yeah.
this, Delta?
Delta Airlines.
It's crazy how close they are, actually. Didn't realize.
That's kind of, yeah, that's like what?
They're
Like,
pretty low.
About a mile away. 2 miles?
If that, yeah. We might
Jason.
get some friendly visitors here soon.
Oh, dude. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. I'll
Not
commentate
good.
this. There are 2 big dogs
And they're
about to
probably-
chase down a little tiny baby dog.
I hope it doesn't attack it.
This lady is not controlling her dogs very well.
Yeah. Uh-oh, there she goes. They were fine
She said they're fine.
until they weren't.
Yeah.
You ever see those memes and it's like it's a normal picture and then it's like negative positive.
All of a sudden, the dog was dead.
No, it's like Mike was fine until he wasn't. It's like, what? What made Mike change his mind? Why is he positive negative in this picture? I was honestly expecting those dogs to like thrash that poor little
I
dog.
thought so.
No, I was honestly hoping that wouldn't happen, but I was kind of expecting that to happen.
Yeah, the way they were running and ignoring her.
Mm-hmm. I better not come and get my snacks.
Good hustle. You wanna crack into these Takis, bro?
Oh,
Maybe
let
the
me
poppy, or
yeah,
you want
open
to
it
try
up.
kettle? Should we
Try
try
the
this?
kettle. What's
A
the
little-
flavor on it?
Little in between episode of Before You Chew. Here, we got Takis jalapeno kettle, jalapeno typhoon to be exact.
Oh,
Uh,
jalapeno.
haven't
You know,
tried.
I've
these
really
ones.
been digging jalapeno flavors lately. I wasn't a big fan of like jalapeno.
Really.
Like, I'm fine with it in like salsas and whatnot, but like any like
Jalapeno
jalapeno
stuff.
flavored stuff, I wasn't like a big fan. I think it was one time I tried this like popcorn jalapeno, like jalapeno popcorn, and it didn't turn out great. And I guess that kind of turned me off of it. But I've been digging it. Yeah. Dinky.
Dinky.
That's pretty good. Not spicy. Uh-oh. That's pretty good.
Kind of
Yeah,
a
try
normal
another.
jalapeno flavor.
Yeah.
There's nothing too Takis forward about it yet.
Yeah, this doesn't scream Takis to me.
If you blindfolded me and handed me these, I would think they were whatever those white bag ones you get at Subway. The like
White bag?
Vickies or whatever.
Oh yeah, probably that. I was thinking more of like the that other brand, the one with the red stripes, the white and red stripes.
Tim's.
Tim's, yeah.
Tim's is very good.
I was thinking it probably
I
tastes
think
like
Tim's
that.
is
I
a
don't think of
little
that.
crunchier.
Little crunchier, yeah. But if you were to like give it to me like blindfolded, I would probably think that it was that.
They're delicious. Don't get me wrong, but you know all the other Takis like these have that Takis very specific punch. Makes them unique. Oh, you know what it is? No lime.
Oh, they forgot the lime, so that's not. They're stepping away from the lime.
Takis lime.
I don't know if
anything
that's
with
the
lime.
move. I feel like this would taste good with lime. I feel like it would hit with lime. That lime does something else, dude.
It makes the heat so much more hot.
But it makes it good.
It does. It's like a nice little bitter. Sorry, I don't know how we should interact with chewing while podcasting, but literally,
You have it.
food is the first word in the title, so you should know better.
If you want to hear the ASMR, subscribe to our Patreon.
honestly,
Just us sitting here and chewing and
I
eating.
think we could be onto something with the OnlyFans. I'm not gonna lie.
OnlyFans. Oh, OnlyFans. My bad.
I mean, Patreon is.
If you want to hear us chew and just vibe,
Patreon is the more expected for what we're doing, but OnlyFans would be kind of funny.
well, you get more of a fan base, right, on OnlyFans? Or is it about the same?
There are people with very successful Patreons, and Patreon's typically the way to go for, like, what we're doing,
Yeah.
like non-sexual shit. But we could make. Also, if you look at OnlyFans Instagram, I know this is very weird that I know this, but they almost exclusively promote it as like for celebrities. Like a lot of the promotions are like F1 racers and stuff like that.
That's funny.
Very cute dog.
Oh.
It's the vibe. These are great.
That's money.
What are we looking at?
This is money. I would say this is better than this one.
Better than the milk?
Yes.
Yeah, I would agree. And this is not even close to my favorite.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry I couldn't do the perfect combo. Yesterday was a mess. But,
We really didn't think about this weekend.
yeah.
But we will prepare next time.
Humex?
Humex.
Humex is my favorite. Like mango or apricot or whatever. Because it's just like, just a little pulpy.
Mm-hmm.
So you get that like real fruit kind
It's
of
like
action.
aloe. Yeah, this is like aloe.
Mm-hmm.
I like that though.
Very much so. I do too.
I like aloe drinks. I don't know if you've ever like.
I just like the texture in my mouth, you know?
Have you ever tried like different flavored ones?
Of course, yeah.
I tried like mango, pineapple, the regular one, just aloe,
Raspberry?
which is very good. I've never tried raspberry. That
That's
sounds
my
good.
favorite. I used to
That
get that
sounds
like
really
every
good.
time we went to the lake. Nice
Oh.
aloe and raspberry.
Every time that my dad would bring me and my sister to the river or the lake, I would get the the honey barbecue. Is it the honey barbecue Fritos? Like the
don't
twisted
know.
ones? Those little twirly ones?
I've never had that.
I would always get those ones, and those are so good. Those are the best chips as a kid.
Honey barbecue.
I think it's honey barbecue. I don't know. We'd have to look it up.
Were
Correct
they
me on it.
sweet?
Oh, yeah, they're sweet. They're pretty good.
I haven't had too many sweet chips. I think the sweetest chip I've had is probably the wavy barbecues from Lay's,
Oh,
which
okay.
are fairly sweet, but
Yeah. Got some spice.
I don't know. I am way more of a savory person than sweet. So when given the option, I almost always go for like something aggressive like jalapeno or
Yeah.
salt and vinegar.
Oh, like those Cheeto jalapenos? Jalapeno
Dude,
Cheetos?
those are so good.
Dude, those are
so good.
busting.
They're not that hot, but they are delicious.
I don't know if I told you about the time I took it on my, I think it was a field trip. I think it was like the 5th grade field trip.
And you ate like a whole bag or
Dude, I
something?
ate a whole bag on the bus ride there, dude. Like I literally, it was so good, dude. Like I remember just like, oh, I gotta bring these to the trip, dude. No way am I gonna leave these at home.
Thinking back, I can't believe my mom let me do it, but I remember buying either jalapeno or hot Cheetos and like a whole bag. And literally it would be like the only thing in my backpack. It would literally like fill the entire bag. And there would be
No
nothing
schoolwork?
else. Yeah, of course not. Fuck no. And I would sometimes like tape the top to the top of the bag because I had a drawstring bag.
Oh, okay, yeah, yeah.
So I'd tape the top to the inside of the drawstring bag. So when I'd open the drawstring, it's only Cheetos. It's just like concealed carry Cheetos.
Like, what do you got in there? Oh, check it out.
Nothing but Cheeto.
Nothing but Cheetos.
No wonder I'm fucking fat.
Bro, I love freaking candy. That was my thing. Candy. Do you have any like favorite candies?
As
like
a kid,
chocolate or like
or
taffy?
you mean currently?
As a kid or currently?
As a kid, I loved sour candies. And then I would share like peach rings with my brother a lot, or Swedish fish.
I haven't had those in a long time.
I love C's candy and all the chocolates and truffles they got.
I didn't know about them or even like try them until I met her.
Really?
Yeah, so that was like 2019,
I miss pre-pandemic C's candy
2018.
because you could walk in there and they will literally offer you, like if you stay 15, 20 minutes, they'll offer you like 3 or 4 free samples.
Oh yeah, they'll let you try. Oh, it's so good,
It's
dude.
so good. And it's like, it's so rewarding.
I love their seasonal stuff when they come out with like the pumpkin candies. Oh, dude, I'm a sucker for pumpkin.
Pumpkin spice is lovely.
Dude.
I don't care. People get so triggered at pumpkin spice and they're like, stop putting pumpkin spice in things. I'm like,
Well, shut up.
I encourage it. It's once a year.
Open up your taste
Have
buds.
fun. You know, have fun. Why do you have to be so hateful?
Why do your taste buds have to be so fucking bland?
Have fun once a year, you know?
Like, dude, it's amazing. I'm a white girl for pumpkin spice.
It's so
lattes. It's so good, dude.
I mean, pumpkin spice lattes are great, but pumpkin pie,
Oh,
amazing.
amazing. You got to put some whipped cream on top, though. You got to top it off.
I used to get pumpkin spice coffee creamer.
Oh, that's the stuff, dude.
It's so good.
That's the stuff. I love
even
that
though
when
I
it comes
hate,
out.
I don't hate coffee, but I don't drink coffee.
Mm-hmm.
But for like a couple of years, I would just drink coffee because of that. And I would like stock up on it. You know, we would stock up on the holiday ones. We would get pumpkin spice, and then in Christmas we would get the peppermint patty
Peppermint patty, yeah.
or
I
peppermint.
don't think
bark.
I've had that one.
Peppermint bark
Ooh,
from
peppermint
I forget
bark.
who it's from.
Delight.
I don't know.
It's not Coffee Mate, right?
No.
I don't know. Something though. Sounds good.
It was primo.
Man, you really got to get a good coffee creamer if you're gonna drink coffee. I
Yeah.
can't drink it black.
You know,
I
a
don't
lot
know how
of people do,
just
but it's rough.
drinking
It
black
just
coffee.
tastes boopy. You know?
Yeah, depends on how
well,
you get it too.
It's funny how similar we are. I'm really glad that Pablo let us meet each other. But you and I both do not care for beer or
Oh, dude.
hard alcohol in general,
No.
really. It's just so
Gross.
There's no reason. Bro.
It's gross, dude.
It's like, oh,
I remember when we tried the Guinness.
it was so bad.
Why did that taste so dry and it was still so wet?
We could put that video out, but I didn't even put it out because it was so sad. We tried it.
Disappointing.
We tried
We
it.
didn't
and
even
we're
give
like,
it
this is fucking nasty. Rating 0, done. It was like 2 minutes.
Well, I'd imagine it's an acquired taste too, but how the fuck do you acquire?
It's so
You acquire shit, bro.
yeah. You literally just melt your taste buds until it's
Oh,
okay.
dude, that's so gross.
I'm not. You know, I love so many things, but I don't think I want to like that.
I don't, dude. I had a really hard time just. Oh, dude, that flavor stayed in my mouth for like so long, and I didn't have anything to like. I didn't have anything to chase it down or anything. You gotta have like a chaser for that drink.
I
or something.
Pablo was telling me that's his favorite beer, too, which is rough. I'm not a lover
Didn't
of
you
it.
say like you put orange juice or something in it, or some way to make it better?
Orange juice in Guinness? I don't know
Guinness?
that. I have no idea.
Let us know if we should try it. We will. For you.
Okay,
We'll give it a,
switching
we'll
back
give
to
it a
this,
chance.
it's kind of interesting because it is way creamier and it's kind of like, it's hitting different notes now. Now that my
Okay.
mouth is sweetened up. Maybe it's because of this.
Oh, the
It's a good
jalapeno?
contrast to the jalapeno. It's a little better than when I first tried it.
That's pretty good. Yeah.
It's still not great, but
It's not as sweet. Definitely not as sweet.
yeah.
But that's okay. I mean,
Maybe
less
other.
diabetes for me.
You know what? It's probably because of the milk we have. Now that I think about it, because most milks have like 15 grams of sugar in it. I don't know if you know that, but milk is very sugary because it don't taste great on its own.
Yeah.
But we have this crazy organic, high class milk because nobody drinks it in our house. It's purely just for like extra stuff, or if someone fancy wants to come over and needs milk.
Okay.
So we only have like just crazy milk, but I don't think it has sugar in it.
Oh, okay. Probably doesn't.
It's like
Because you would get more hints of sweet, right?
It's
I
like-
feel like you get a little more sweet.
it's like
inside of it.
hand tinkled milk, you know?
Hand tinkle.
Yeah.
I like to hand tinkle my wife sometimes.
Damn.
No, I'm kidding.
Damn. That's why it's not called. That's why it's not called food, family, and fun.
Food, family, and fun.
It's not exactly
what you said at
family
first?
oriented. Yeah, and then
Family and
and then I was like, we're not gonna be able to hold up the not cussing thing. As bad as I want to, not I would like to stop cussing, and to be more family friendly.
It's hard.
It's
I mean,
so hard.
you can still bleep it out.
It's so hard, but then it just sounds bad because we cuss all the time.
Yeah, I mean, what kid isn't gonna cuss, really? Like I mean,
True.
personally, like,
True.
I started cussing when I was probably, like, in middle school.
It's
But I
not
was-
about
I
kids
hit it-
cussing. It's about parents letting their kids watch it, you know?
Oh, yeah. That's true.
Not that we need children and children-only audience.
Yeah,
We're just here to vibe. Anyone who wants
but
to
don't cuss.
have
Try to be better.
try to be better than us. You know, do as I say, not as I do.
Be Unga bunga.
Unga bunga.
Don't say bunga.
What kind of Triscuits you got here?
I got the black
Cracked pepper?
Yeah,
Those are classic.
I like cracked pepper. I like a good cracked pepper potato chip, too.
You know, I haven't seen them around a lot, but I used to love Lay's cracked pepper.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in a long
You
time.
almost got a mosquito in your fucking straw.
Fuck. Oh.
He was going like,
He's
He's
like-
dragon fruit.
He's like, buzz, buzz.
I'm a dragon.
Dragon. He's like, there's balls in there? Yeah, they're boba? Oh, I got a story for you. Another one. This one's really gross. This one is disgusting. I'm so mad about this. So, my refrigerator in the garage is not cooling anything inside the refrigerator part as well as it should. So, my wife pulled one of the milks from out there, 1% milk. She used that milk for my kids' macaroni,
Uh-oh.
and obviously it didn't.
Oh,
it did
I know
not.
where this is
You know,
going.
it did not save because it was too warm for the milk.
I remember when you did this while we were gaming.
Oh my gosh, dude.
But keep going for the people.
So, my wife made macaroni and cheese with this milk for my kids. And I came home around like lunchtime to eat something as a snack for lunch, and I see the kids' macaroni. I'm like, hey, that's perfect. So I eat it. I heat it up and everything, and I'm eating it, and I'm like, did my wife put my kids' goat's milk in this? I'm like, don't tell me she put this goat's milk. I'm about to throw this thing up. And I'm like thinking about it, I'm like, okay, it doesn't taste too bad. It doesn't taste too bad.
Like,
Maybe it's not goat's
Is
milk.
it titty milk? Is that what it tastes
So,
like?
the next day, I go and pour myself a glass of milk, and it's fine. It looks fine. It's just small, like maybe like very bottom of the cup full. I drink it, and I'm like, oh, that tastes bad. That tastes not good. And then I look inside the milk jug, and I just see chunks, dude. I'm like, oh, like I took a sip of that, like a good gulp A big gulp, if you would. And what? No thanks.
Dude, I remember
Oh my gosh.
You're like tweaking on the game. You're like, dude, this is bad, bro. I don't know what
Dude.
this milk is doing, but it ain't it.
Dude, it was so bad. Oh my gosh, check your milk.
You think this guy's coming for us? I don't think so. Is this? I don't even know the legality of this, though.
I don't think so.
Gives us a ticket. Did we park in like a 1 hour zone or something?
We're not selling anything. I feel like if we were like to sell something,
I have
like
no
we didn't
idea.
set anything like a shade up or anything. I feel like if we set it up, I can't even talk.
There are so many
If we set up
bunga
a shade.
laws, you know?
Yeah. He's coming.
Oh, Section 17B says you can have boba
Is he
on
reading
park
it?
premise.
Dude, okay, this is probably the shittiest thing that happened to me at Lake of the Woods last year. Last year, Father's Day. We went to Lake of the Woods with my wife's family and whatnot. So her brother's friend brings a paddleboard that's 11 feet. So that's past like the law where you have to have a permit. He didn't tell me that, and no one told me that I had to have a life jacket or anything when I went out onto the lake. So I go out there, I'm just relaxing. I actually even brought my pen with me. I'm like, okay, I'll just relax, I'm not going to be driving or anything anywhere. I'm just going to be paddleboarding. And so I'm, smoking out on the lake, paddling, and I'm pretty far out already. I'm kind of like headed towards like the middle of the lake already. And I'm like, okay, get a little wavy, not too bad. But then I see like some boat coming towards me. I'm like, oh, okay. Maybe someone's coming to help me or something, or just take a look at me or get a message across or something from my wife. And then the closer I got, I'm like, oh, that's a sheriff. I'm like, this isn't going to be good because he's coming straight towards me. So he gets towards me and he's like, hey,
do you... sanitation guy. I thought it was police.
Oh.
Sorry,
But he gets towards me and he's like saying, hey, how's it going? You're supposed to have a life jacket, a whistle, and it looks like you might even need a permit for that paddleboard. I'm like, wait, what? I'm like, I need a permit, a life jacket, and a whistle? I have none of those, and what?
Off-road.
And he's like, so right now I'm telling you I could give you a ticket for all three of those things. I'm like, okay, asshole. Like, well, just give it to me then. I didn't say that, obviously, but I wanted to say that because this guy's just being a dick. It's Father's Day. I'm just paddleboarding. I'm not doing anything,
Tripping.
I'm literally nowhere near anyone to like cause any problems. And he comes out to me and does this. And so he tells me, he's like, okay, so I need to measure that real quick just to make sure it is past 11 feet or like whatever the permit thing requirement is. And he measures it and it is, so like I have to have the permit and whatnot, and then the life jacket thing and the whistle. So he's like, so I'm gonna give you a break. I'm not gonna give you a ticket for the whistle or the paddleboard, but I am gonna give you a ticket for the life jacket and whatnot. I'm like, are you kidding me? You're not gonna give me a warning or anything?
That's so
And get this.
evil.
Get this. This idiot had the audacity to not even give me a ride back, considering how far out I was, and he gave me a ticket for being that far out without anything. No permit or anything. He didn't even bother to drag me back and like, can you like take me in at least? Or like, what do I do? Because I don't have anything. I don't have a life jacket. You're saying it's dangerous out here. And he's like, oh, just go straight back in and you'll be fine. I'm like
that's our
how do I
country
even
in a
fight this
nutshell,
ticket
bro.
either? Like, I didn't have anything. I don't have no word against this guy. So
It's ridiculous because you, like, what does that do for the police? Like, what are they
exactly.
solving? They're like, oh, you're in danger. We're gonna charge you for being in danger, and then not help you when you're in danger.
It's like school
Genius.
all over again,
It's so dumb.
It's like going to school all over again and getting like detention for stupid shit. And like, oh, guess what? You're not gonna learn even more.
As Bowling for
repercussion.
Soup once said, high school never ends. Life is the same.
So I got a ticket. It was like $115 or just chilling out, having a fun time.
That's stupid. I understand. I mean,
I understand not having a life jacket, but
I.
no one told me anything about any of this. So I'm like, you know, I'm
Where'd you
going
get
out
the
there
paddleboard
clueless.
from? I missed that part.
One of my brother-in-law's friends.
And he didn't bother to tell you any of
And
this?
he didn't tell me. So like, he should have at least given me a warning for all of that. Just, you know,
Yeah.
not telling me anything about that. Because I told him, I'm like, hey, I'm just here like having a good time. I'm borrowing this from my brother-in-law's friend. And he's like, oh, well, you need to tell your brother-in-law's friend to tell you next time. I'm like, what? I should have been like, okay, you come with me and you tell him that then.
So on
if he
a
doesn't
Father's
know,
Day,
I
this
know.
cop with nothing better to do, no actual crimes to solve, just decides, let's make some money off this guy that's
Exactly.
in danger.
I was so pissed about that. Oh my gosh, if I could have smacked that officer, I would have bopped him.
For free?
No, I would have taken the ticket. I don't care. When I called to pay for it, I just pleaded guilty. I'm like, yeah, whatever. I didn't have whatever, and they're like, okay, we'll cut that price down to $60 for the ticket. I'm like, okay, cool. That's okay. I'm okay with the $60 life jacket ticket if I don't have to show up in court or whatever and have to deal with this guy again. But the next time I see this guy, I'm gonna give him a fucking run for his money because I'm pissed still. To this day, that
What
ruined
lake
my...
was that?
Huh?
What lake?
Lake of the Woods. Like,
Lake of the Woods, don't go there.
yeah,
Don't go
I would never go there again for
Lake of the
Father's
Woods
Day.
is purely for white trash. Sorry. Lake of the Woods is for white trash who just want to get drunk and go fast.
Yep.
It's not a relaxing or fun lake.
Yeah.
And just like you were talking about, because of all the waves and shit, terrible. You know what? I don't even want to expose the lake I go to because it's so nice and I don't want people to ruin it.
Yeah.
But the lake I go to
Nice.
has sponsored paddle boards.
Oh,
You
okay.
can rent them from them for like $20. You don't need a permit or anything.
Bro. See, this is the way to go.
And the lake speed limit is 10 miles an hour. So
Oh.
no waves anywhere.
Nice.
It's a beautiful lake. If you know what I'm talking about, then good for you, but
Don't
it's a
expose it
beautiful
in the
lake.
comments either, please. But yeah, it was. Don't go to Lake of the Woods.
No, it's terrible. It's like
You'll come back with a ticket.
what's the other place?
Emigrant.
Immigrant is not great, but no, I'm thinking of Lost Creek.
Oh, Lost Creek is
Lost
another
Creek
one.
is also kind of shady.
Well, because you got people that are going fast there, like they're hauling on their jet skis
Right.
or their other boats and whatnot. And I don't know. I feel like that place is pretty busy.
Lost Creek?
Yeah.
I've also seen probably about 6 people get ticketed at Lost Creek, and that's the only place we've been pulled over to. And we have a pontoon boat, bro. That thing don't go over 20 miles an hour.
Well, did he give you a ticket for that?
No, of course not. We weren't speeding or anything. He came on to inspect as a freaking like rookie sheriff. But he checked like all our life jackets, and then we have everything, which we do.
Yeah.
And I remember it vaguely, but my mom tells me I was just crying the entire time because I thought we were going to jail or something. And this I do remember. The sheriff bends over and he's like, "Will the sticker make you feel better, little guy?" And I'm like,
I'm gonna fucking slap you.
I'm ready to fight. Like, okay, that's what we're doing.
Officer. What did you say to me, officer?
You want to catch these hands?
Dude, you know, I hate watching videos of officers take advantage of their power. It's like, gosh, I wish there was like anti-officers that you could send out and like just to slap these fools. It's like, get straight.
There are people that you can hire that are willing to do a crime.
What? That's probably gonna be expensive, right?
They're like a hitman, but for not killing people. You're just like,
man, for just
you go
annoying.
slap that cop for me. I'll pay you like $50.
so funny. You can just imagine out of nowhere you get slapped as a cop. Like, what?
He just did that on the line. He gets slapped and then he just goes like this for the handcuffs.
He's like, wait, what?
Like, don't worry, I got
You
paid.
want to be arrested? I don't know if I can do that now.
Is this a trap?
I saw this one video of this officer arresting this lady, and then she starts backing up on him with her butt. She's like, "Oh, you like that?" He's like, "Oh shit!" He's like trying to push away from the lady. He's like, "Oh man, dude." The length people would go to not get arrested. Interesting.
You're only gonna get arrested harder, unfortunately.
Oh man, dude.
This is a public park, I will remind you.
Uh-oh.
Not just us. It's part of the deal.
You know the dill
But
pickle.
you get free people. Public.
The next podcast should be us going to yard sales. I think that would be funny.
She was staring me down the whole corner.
Should we like go to Trisket?
Bro, so I agree with what you're saying. The next podcast needs to be an active one. This is the second Lazy Lads sponsor. We're gonna need an unlazy to burn off these calories next week.
Yes.
What do you feel like doing? Yard sailing?
Yard sale's not a bad idea.
If it's not 110?
If it's not 110. Or we could also do the biking on the trail. That'd be another fun podcast.
Biking? Dude, that podcast is gonna be full of breathing. These ones full of chewing, those ones full of breathing. It's unavoidable.
You're
We're
gonna be
not.
chewing all the time.
Yeah. Don't. There's a reason we have two separate mics so I can mute. I can go back and forth.
I'm not chewing. Mom.
I feel like I mean I'm not a parent, so I don't have any room to talk. Does the 3-2-1 work? It doesn't work, right?
No, you gotta. I mean, for me at least, like when my daughter knows I'm serious when I get up out of my chair. When I say you need to listen, I'll say like, all right, 3, 2, okay, it's not working. All right, I'm up and out of this chair. Now it's business. And then she's like, oh no. She goes to mom. She's like, oh shit. But yeah. 3-2-1 doesn't. I mean, every kid is different though. Like my son, he will listen. He will listen to the 3-2-1. My daughter won't. My daughter's just she's a rebel.
You know why? I remember why 3-2-1 didn't work for me in my case. Because when you got to 1, then it would get to it would get to like half numbers.
Dude.
And then my parents
3
wouldn't
1/4.
do anything if it got to 0. So I eventually learned this is why you don't do these things to your kids. I learned that it's whatever. I don't have to listen. It's like what happens at 0? Nothing. It's the same.
No, my dad let me know what happened at 0, and I respected that.
I never got to learn.
I knew not to get to 0. Because if it got to 0, I was not gonna be a happy kid the rest of the day, like at all. My parents, I'll be honest, my parents were horrible. My dad specifically. My mom, I'll say she's probably a little bit better than my dad. She definitely got a lot more traumatized by my sister though, from her being a narcissist. But she turned out better than my dad, I would say, as a parent. But then again, my dad wasn't home most of the time. He's at work, so fair enough. You know, same thing with me. I'm not like
Yeah.
the best parent with my kids. My wife treats them better than I do, I guess, and she knows how to take care of them better. So I don't know. I mean, they love me.
Dude, you know, this is what I hope for Lazy Lads to do, for not only you, but me as well, when I get there. If you could be just a stay-at-home dad that on occasion leaves to make a podcast,
I would be happy.
like once a week you leave for a couple hours and that's it. Like, can
Yeah,
you
dude.
imagine? That would be so good.
Dude, that would be awesome. Then I could do videos with my kids.
Yeah. And that's all that's all we all want, right?
Mm-hmm.
We just want to hang out with the people we love and cherish the time and do as little work as possible.
Clearly, that's where we're headed.
But currently, the little work as possible is not possible until you do a lot of work.
Exactly.
Well, that's why we're here.
So if you don't work, get off your ass.
We work so hard to make it look like we do no work. Right? That's the image of Lazy Lads.
Yes.
Work so hard that it looks like you're not working. I'm a hot gaming bitch.
What? Oh, I thought you were talking about that lady over there. I was like, no
No.
way is that a hot
Me. Me.
bird. Man, it is so nice out today.
It is.
You know what's funny? My wife gets weirded out when there's no clouds in the sky, when it's just blue. She thinks it's so weird. Like if you were to just look up in the sky and just like no clouds, like
Above us, only the clouds are there. Above us, there is nothing.
isn't that weird? Just blue.
Except for the fact that there's probably like 1,000 billion planets somewhere above us.
Yeah.
It's really weird to think about that space is like in all directions. It's not just like,
You know, I think about this a lot, and I'm like, just think about like where you're standing right now. Like, you're just on a globe.
I'm
It's
just
floating.
on a floating rock.
You're just on a floating rock. Like, there's no actual like straight like flat planes that you're sitting on that's infinite. You know?
There's nothing is flat.
Yeah. I mean,
Nothing.
I could
is
argue
flat.
that. There's some women that I know. Anyways. But yeah, I mean, it's just crazy to think that we're just like sitting here, like on this planet. But there could be so many other
You're
planets.
not high currently, are you?
No. No, but there could be like so many other planets with like other different life forms that we don't know.
Oh, for sure. Hey, why are you going that way? You're supposed to be
Hey,
coming
you
from
little
over there.
shit. He saw us. He's like, okay, we're gonna go right
I'm
over
gonna
these.
bunga this.
He's dropping in.
Where are we
We
dropping,
see a
boys?
parachute. Like, oh fuck. He's serious.
I forget what I was saying. Something about, we were talking about on this planet.
Yeah.
It's truly crazy. I know we gave you the easy to look at background, but I'm gonna show off here that just right over there,
It's very nice.
if you can see all the way in the distance, beautiful mountains. It's so far out there. You can barely see it through the trees there, but
I was gonna
Here in
say,
the
are
valley,
you
we're
up to
surrounded.
hiking for the next podcast? I was gonna say,
I'm up to hiking.
we could probably hike Roxanne.
I am more than down to hike. However, major warning for those listening and for us, it's not easy to talk and hike.
Oh no, it's not.
We're
Dude,
gonna have to
be
go-
breathing.
We're either gonna have to go extremely slow.
We're gonna have to bring like a lift with us. Dude, what if I bring my motorized bike and it just took us up? Just pulls us.
I'm gonna make you climb with a winch and then just winch me up.
We're gonna have to bring my excursion to climb up there.
Bro, Yeah. I mean, yeah, we can. Because there is a lot to see, even just here. Obviously, the bigger we get, the more we want to travel, but
Yeah.
it's very easy to see so many cool things just here. Like this little cute, quaint spot we're in. I didn't know it existed.
I forgot about this park. I knew it existed. I just didn't know that it was this nice. I remember it being run down.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like my parents show me pictures of Medford when they moved here,
Oh,
which
dude.
was mid 80s.
Man, dude.
It's crazy how much it's changed because now our population's like closing in on like 90,000.
Jeez.
Whereas when they moved here, it was like 20,000, maybe. It was
Damn.
probably closer to like 16,000.
Damn. That is crazy.
So it's really crazy how much this has grown. There's so much new development here. Like all these places didn't exist. This park didn't exist.
You know
There's
what?
so many like new things.
Yeah. You know, it's really cool. I was using my VR to do Google Earth.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like going through like streets and whatnot. And you can see like old pictures from the vans and whatnot that
Right.
haven't updated. And I took a look at my old house, and it's just like crazy to like be able to look at stuff like that and like see like your old stuff there on the pictures, dude. Like I saw like my dad's old Tundra that he had back in 2010, and then the boat that we had before he sold it, like that same year. I remember that boat was so funny. My dad is crazy. He put like 8 people on that boat, and it was only meant for like 6. The water was literally almost at level with it.
That's crazy.
But yeah, so it's crazy. It's kind of nice to reminisce and see those pictures. Like, wow, dude, like
Yeah, ours
things
recently.
have grown.
There was a Google Earth that recently drove through,
Mm.
but I remember for a long time, it was like 2010 on our Google Street,
Yeah.
and you could just keep going back and like, yep, that's old. And I don't know, maybe this was exclusive to Google Earth, but I remember something in elementary and middle school that you could like drag back time and see it like
what?
older.
Dude.
I think it was just for like satellite footage or
Oh.
imagery, but
Damn, that would be cool if they had that for like Street View, dude.
that would be cool.
I would
But
love to see like everything.
I remember like my dad would show me the Google Earth development of like how small the footprint of this city was
Wow.
to like where it is now. It's
Huge.
so different. Yeah, because it was
Yeah, I could imagine like probably all these were not even here.
all the Hillcrest foothills, that stuff. Like this is all last 30 years of development.
Yeah.
Downtown was like Bunga.
Yeah, just that spot where you saw your workout place was just. I remember there used to be a market there. Me and my
Yeah.
dad I remember we would drive down Foothill over here, and we would always stop by that market for breakfast. And I don't remember when they went out of business or when they stopped that and they built that whole lot there. But man, I remember going there. Dude, that's such a memory there, dude. I can't remember what it looked like inside.
Dude, you know what I would really like to do for one of these podcasts? Have you ever gone to one of the like food festivals at the expo?
No.
You know, right next to Family Fun Center?
Yeah.
They hold a lot of events there. Like the most popular one is probably the like RV show,
Oh, okay.
where they just pull in a bunch of RVs and like other RV equipment, and you can like walk through and see what's up, see the new stuff that's being created.
Okay.
And then they have a lot of like concession stuff in there. Mm-hmm. My favorite though, growing up as a kid, is they have like, I don't know what it was called. It was either like a farmer's market or a like plant show or something like that. Mm-hmm. There's a bunch of like weird tomato plants that were like people, made new strains.
Oh, what?
I'm sure now they probably have like a weed expo. People show off
Probably.
their cool strains, but it was really fun because they had like a lot of, you know, natural honeys that you could check out and like a lot of locally grown stuff. All the
I like local
farmers
grown
around
stuff.
would bring their cool stuff.
Yeah.
It was great. It was a good time.
Man,
And
dude.
it's a nice big AC expo.
Chill.
Primo.
Look at that dog. How it walks.
I would really like to do more stuff like that.
Yeah, more outdoor stuff.
Yeah. I mean, that's indoor, but
Indoor, outdoor, active.
more adventurous stuff than just sitting behind the computer, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, I definitely like to do more.
Place to solve all the problems of the world. Huh?
Yeah.
One drink at a time.
There you go.
Morning.
How are you?
Good, how you guys?
Wonderful.
Beautiful day. Huh?
Yes, sir. Great time to relax.
Let's see. I got another story. Yes, I do.
You got another story?
I got a story of a time I lost a turtle that we brought from the lake.
Dude, oh my God. You just reminded I forgot I stole a turtle from the lake. I completely forgot. That's illegal, by the way, but
My dad, he was fishing, and the dang turtle just happened to want to eat his bait, so it got hooked. And we're trying to get it out, and it's like really stuck, and my dad just didn't have the patience there, and he's like, we'll just bring it home and we'll get it out there. So we bring it home, and he gets it out, and now it's just swimming around in our pool. It's like the pool's like really low, and it's just swamp water at the bottom, you know. So we're just like, oh, it'll be good for the turtle. And then my parents are like, okay, we're all gonna go to blah blah blah. You're gonna watch the turtle. And I'm like, wait, what? Me? By myself? So I'm there by myself at home watching this turtle. I'm like, I don't want to stay outside and watch this for like an hour or however long they're gonna be gone for. So I went inside like 20 minutes, and then my parents get home and they're like, hey, where's the turtle? I'm like, oh shit. I went outside and I'm like, he was in the pool here. He must be under the flaps or something. We're like pulling the stuff all around. He's not there. He's like, oh shit.
bro, he ran so fast. I couldn't catch him.
Fucking Speedy Gonzalez.
Dude,
Oh my gosh.
I forgot about that. We took a turtle. It wasn't technically at the lake, actually. It was in the middle of the road on the way to the lake, like maybe 10 minutes from the lake.
Mm-hmm.
And we picked it up on the way out there, probably 9 a.m., somewhere around there. We had this turtle in our boat all day, just vibing, feeding him lettuce and stuff. Gave him a couple fruits and vegetables, you know, had the boy going.
He was having
We
a
tried to let him
blast.
out at the lake, and he literally, like, I think it was a he. It was walking around the sand. It did a couple circles, and then it, like, looked back at us and tried to get back on the boat. I was like, this turtle don't want to leave.
He wants us.
Yeah, it's like, he don't, maybe he's not from this lake.
He thinks
Because if he
I'm the
was from
mom.
the lake, you would think he would smell it, be familiar, and want to go back in the lake.
Oh,
right?
maybe like a river turtle.
It might be from the river, because we found it closer to the river.
Y'all moved this habitat.
But I am fully aware that for those specific turtles, it's illegal to take them. As much as I wanted a pet turtle at the time, because who doesn't want a pet turtle? I mean, come on.
One hissed at me yesterday at a job. I was spraying around. I'm like, oh shit, there's a turtle. And then I poked its head. It's like, I'm like, oh shit. I didn't know that they hissed.
You ever seen a snapping turtle?
Oh, dude, those things are vicious. Well, that's what this was. It was a snapping turtle what my dad got. He caught a snapping turtle. And that's why he was having a hard time pulling the hook out.
Understandable. Or, they're not native here, but have you seen an alligator turtle?
Oh, those are huge snapping turtles.
Yeah, they're
They're huge.
They got a big old beak.
Dude, you would
They
get
s-
destroyed by
They-
one of those.
Yeah, they fucking bite.
And
they
those are
bite so
fast
hard.
too. They're actually fast.
Well, especially in the water, but
But their heads, like, when they like,
snap very quick. Yeah.
yeah, it's
That's
like,
I mean that's why they're called an alligator.
freaking crazy.
They're closer to an alligator than a turtle.
Really?
They're an alligator with a shell.
Oh,
They're so weird, but
that's interesting.
yeah, I mean they eat like small creatures and fish and stuff.
And alligators?
Yeah, no.
No.
Man, I would just love a turtle, but we couldn't keep it. So
Put it back.
we took it back exactly where we found it. And didn't put him in the middle of the road. I put him like
To the
on
side.
the way almost into the river.
Oh, okay.
And I was just like, I hope you don't go back in the road, buddy. I felt so bad, but
Poor thing.
you know, it's such a shame that it's like criminal.
Yeah.
It's like it would be a crime to save this turtle, which is so sad because it's like why?
It's dying out here. It's
Yeah.
probably gonna die out here.
It's
It's not
probably
even.
gonna
It's
die.
unga bunga on the street. Like what? What is it gonna do? Walk straight to its home? It probably doesn't even know where it's at now.
Right. It lost.
Yeah, that's sad.
But you
Save
can
the
only-
animals.
You can only do what you can. It's bizarre. You know, one time we stole is a strong word, but one time there was this little pond next to the lake.
Mhm.
I'm talking real little, like maybe 12 feet across,
Yeah.
like just a tiny little pond. And
Oh.
I was just dinking around in it, and I noticed, I'm like, there's like massive black chunks in the water. I'm like, what is that?
Eels?
And my dad got out of the boat, came over, and he's like, that's a bunch of like frog eggs.
Oh, what?
He's like,
Frog
you
eggs?
see that little frog over there? That's probably the mom or whatever.
Oh, what?
And I'm like, no shit.
Frogs. Dude, frogs
Literally,
are sick.
I begged my parents because at the time I had a 100-gallon tank in my room on top of my dresser.
Oh my gosh.
Massive. It was the entire size of my dresser, like probably like 6 or 7 feet.
Jeez.
by, like, 3 feet
huge.
tall.
The glass had been thick too.
It was very thick, very heavy, full of water. It was probably like 400 pounds.
Oh my gosh.
was
that's
massive.
huge.
Just big glass, big water,
Yeah.
crazy heavy.
Jeez.
Yeah, we had to like structurally like
Embrace the house.
re-brace the
Wall.
cabinet that it was on, or the dresser it was on.
Damn. Just
So-
hold it.
It was huge, and I was like, "Yo, please let me get these frogs, and I'll shove them in the tank. I'll take care of them." I think I was like maybe 8 or 9
Dude.
at this time. They let me do it.
Did it
we
work?
took a huge net. We had like a mesh net. Scooped up as many eggs as we could and put them in little tiny like bug catching
Oh,
little
yeah, yeah,
things.
yeah.
The ones with like the holes on top. So like it was sloshing around on the boat and
Oh,
shit.
dude.
But all the eggs stayed in. And we filled them in that, and then we took some of the Tupperware out, and we filled it wasn't this ice chest, but it was like a big one.
Yeah.
We filled that full of eggs too.
Oh my gosh.
Took it home, put them all in my tank, and maybe like a week goes by, and they all turn into tadpoles.
Oh my gosh.
And I
dude.
was like having the time of my life.
Oh my gosh, dude.
But then
Oh no.
some of them were, most of them were whatever you would call a domestic frog, a regular frog.
Yeah.
Just your average lake frog. I don't know what they're called, but probably 10 of them were bullfrog eggs.
Oh, what?
And very specifically about bullfrogs is they grow faster, they grow bigger,
Oh.
and they eat frogs.
What?
So these bullfrogs grew up quick,
And they ate the other frog?
and they ate so many tadpoles.
Oh.
They probably ate like a few hundred
Oh my
of our
God.
eggs and tadpoles. And so like as soon as I realized that, we took all the bullfrogs out and put them like outside in a huge like 40-gallon tub.
Oh,
And
man.
then the Rest of the frogs I let grow up in my tank. And they like it was so sad because there were like maybe a quarter of the frogs that we took
Oh
were
my
left.
gosh, dude.
It was really fun to have so many frogs, but that one incident is like why I made like a frog army.
Oh.
It's like it's just my thing. I've always been the frog boy since
The
that.
frog boy.
I love that, but
You gotta get frog
damn
glasses now.
bullfrogs. I cannot believe
That's
those
crazy,
bullfrogs
dude.
were brutal.
They must have been huge. Did you ever like grow them like to full size or?
I kept one to grow. The rest we actually did take back
Oh, okay.
because they're just very
Huge.
invasive and
Oh.
evil. But I kept one as a pet for a
Bullfrog.
while. That like he grew up to probably like that size.
Oh my gosh, huge.
It was massive. That dude would eat like small mice.
Oh my gosh, really?
Yeah.
Jeez, would he ever like attack you?
No, no. I tried to not like interact with him too much. Kind of let him do his own thing. But
You ever hold him?
to feed him, like we would literally buy like big crickets
Oh
and
my gosh.
like dead mice for snakes and stuff like that.
Dude.
Dude was massive.
Jeez.
But they are a ruthless animal.
Invasive.
I grew him from baby and I still didn't trust him.
Oh my gosh.
Their eggs were exactly like this now that I think about it. That literally is the same, like, it's like caviar.
I don't want to think about it.
What, you don't like fish
I'm
eggs?
gonna be eating fish egg. I mean, I eat caviar, but I don't like thinking about it.
I don't like thinking about it. You eat real eggs. Or chicken eggs, I guess I
Yeah,
should
but
say.
those are cooked. When you're talking about caviar, those are raw salmon eggs, whatever you're eating.
I guess. They're salt brined.
Who ever thought about eating those? Like,
They,
ooh,
they cut open a salmon just regular day and they're like, unga?
no, creamy.
They're like, what the balls? Regular fish don't have balls. What is?
It's so weird how they reproduce salmons. You ever seen like videos on them? Like they'll cut the
You mean in a like fish hatchery?
yeah, they'll like cut them open, like put the eggs in like a bowl, and
You
then
ever
they, like
been to a fish hatchery?
yeah, the one in Shady Cove.
Mhm.
I haven't been inside though, like watching the whole
I
process.
took the tour there. It was very weird.
Was it?
Yeah, they have a huge room that's like just very shallow waters on tables
Yeah.
full of eggs.
Oh my gosh. And then they
And-
get like the males and they like squirt out the.
Yeah, they didn't exactly show us all of that.
Oh, okay.
But they showed us like how they release them into the river and stuff. It's a very weird process. And I also well, I guess it's not the only animal we grow to eat, but it is still a weird thing to like
Think about it.
yeah, it's like these fish, even though we release them into the stream for people to catch, they're grown by humans for humans to catch like they're actually catching them, but they're not.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's such a weird thing.
I wonder if there's any fish left, like rivers that are like actual
Yeah,
fish that have been.
there are. They're just not. They're. I think what's released or like what the hatchery does is steelheads, and everything that's like a real salmon is salmon from the
okay.
river. But you can tell when you catch them if they're a river fish or if they're hatchery fish.
Yeah. Don't they mark them?
They don't mark them, but they're just like the way the meat is and their scales, you can kind of tell that
Oh.
they've grown up in a
Lab.
hatchery. The hatchery here isn't the most appealing thing visually,
No.
but it would be fun to find some place to throw food at fish. You
I
know?
mean, we could try there.
Have you done that there?
Oh yeah, it's fun.
Yeah. You get a little quarter handful of.
Yeah, my kids. I think I brought my kids once
You
there.
bean the fish with them.
Fucking take
That's not how
that.
you're supposed to do it.
Look at animal abuse.
It's like
Fucking eat it. Oh my god.
It's just fun to like throw stuff out though and watch them like jump at it.
They go ham.
Yeah, they go crazy.
They go ham.
They go on ham. Oh my goodness.
Oh my
I can't
damn.
believe you didn't. I mean, I'm glad you at least eventually found that. But that
I mean, I
thing-
knew his channel and everything. I just never saw that.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Oh my damn was my fucking ringtone.
I was watching a series of worst places in his hometown versus the best places in his hometown. And that's how I found him. I'm like, oh, this is sick.
That's something we could do very easily.
Dude, we could.
Let's go to the worst reviewed things on Yelp in Medford.
Dude,
We
if
might
we,
get sick.
what if we got sick?
Maybe we go to the best reviewed place.
Let's go to the best place first. Let's not kill ourselves on the first try. Level 1. Can't get past level 1.
You know, maybe one of these days we do one in Grants Pass too, because right there on the river, I forget what the river is called. There's a lot of beautiful places there though.
There is.
And I believe at, is it Wild River? Whatever the pizza place is right there on the corner. They got some good outdoor seating right there too, overlooking the water.
It's called Tap Rock.
Tap Rock.
Yeah.
And there are a lot of places. Ooh. Do you go to Ashland often?
I don't.
Ever?
I don't remember the last time I went there for work, honestly.
Okay. I have a lot of great places I could take you to in Ashland. The aesthetic is way better for visual purpose and for just having fun.
Yeah.
One place that I love right on the main strip in Ashland is there's a bunch of restaurants that all have outdoor seating in the back. So all the buildings just have one row of parking. Kind of stupid. But in the back, all the buildings are very short, and then in the back they have huge patio
What?
that is a walking trail.
Wait,
Like
what?
it's a path, right? As like a sidewalk.
Yeah.
And then it's probably like 20, 30 feet wide of just tables and chairs and umbrellas.
Damn.
It's a beautiful place. It's a great place to eat outside.
Yeah.
People,
we should
you're allowed
try
to
that.
take your dogs out there and, you know, they just tie them to the chair or whatever.
Oh, okay.
We do that a lot.
Tie him to the tree. tie
No,
'em up on the
because
tree.
it's fenced in and you sit over the river.
You sit over the river?
Yeah.
What?
It's fenced in and you can just peer over and there's the river. And it's like, it's
Bruh.
so beautiful.
Throw some food for the fish.
I'm
Here's
not
your
sure.
buddy.
I'm not sure if the fish are...
Throw a piece of salmon in there. Here's your buddy. Oh, man.
That would be a great episode as well, though.
That'd be amazing.
That guy is a hustler walking.
What is he doing?
Can't believe how far he's gone. About to get robbed.
Get robbed. Uh-oh. Looks like it. I don't know.
I'm getting
going on?
pulled up on.
Pulled up on?
Sorry, you guys can't see what we're looking at. We're just vibing back here.
I don't know. Is he? He just like walked, what? He like walked backward. I don't know. Shoot.
Dalton says, "What a wonderful podcast setup," and I would agree. This is
I would
beautiful.
say so.
We don't have to do it like this every day, but
This is nice.
this is nice.
No expectations of a setup. Just chill.
These chairs are easy, and dude, I saw something else that
These are
might
nice
be
chairs.
on par with these chairs. I mean, this is a vibe and a half, but on Amazon I saw they have folding collapsible picnic benches.
Dude,
Picnic table
I know what you're
and
talking
bench.
about. Yeah.
It's a table that folds up and then you just like whoosh. It pushes out like these chairs and everything.
What?
And it's sick. It's sick. We
Dude.
can like deploy a picnic bench wherever we want.
How much is that? Like $200?
They were like 38.
Oh my gosh, dude. What are we doing right now?
We need one of those.
We need one of those. We can set up anywhere.
right?
We can literally set
And then
up
we have
anywhere.
a table. That is obviously way more
What if
productive
we did
for
a
food
podcast
stuff.
at the middle of an intersection. Like at a corner of an intersection, just
Go viral. We should though.
dude.
Maybe on a not so hot day, we should do one just like in the middle of a parking lot. You just park your car here, I park my car here, and then we'll put the table in the middle.
Dude. If we get one of those, we could really set up podcasts anywhere.
Yeah, they're so
As
cheap.
long as there's shade.
I
Dude.
like.
That'd be so sick.
Can you not do crime right now, please? Thank you.
Who's stealing? Could you not die right now?
Kind of busy. If you could wait to die, please.
Can you postpone? Can you rain check?
Oh, it is. My bad. My bad. It is an ambulance. I thought it was the police. My bad.
It's very easy to confuse
Please get
them.
your help. Just do it quieter next time.
Could you add You see that one meme, it's like, point of view. We're trying to get to the hospital, but I gotta wait for my Bluetooth to connect. It's like waiting, the guy's like sitting there on his phone. No, it's like, point of view, I'm dying, but you're waiting to get your Bluetooth connected to your phone to drive. Oh my gosh, dude, relatable though. I could relate to that.
Need to go to the hospital for wife's pregnancy, but Tesla not charged.
Tesla not charged. Wife, you gotta wait. We gotta charge the Tesla.
It's only gonna be like 40 minutes. But
If you push it, it'll charge it faster.
just hold. Put the kid on hold, please.
Put the kid on. Just reach in there and put a megaphone in there and tell it's gotta wait.
Yeah. Might be a business day.
Might be a business there too. No, dude. Could you imagine that being your problem? You're pregnant. Your husband forgot to charge the Tesla. You're about to pop a baby out your bunghole.
How long did your kids take?
Oh my
Was she there
gosh.
all day?
Okay, so the first one, my daughter took like 4 days of like labor because my wife wanted to do a home birth. So it's just like they're like waiting 4 days, and then like the last day, like she finally starts pushing, and it's like
Was she sitting in a tub for like 4 days?
no.
What
She was like in and out, like on the bed, in the tub, on the bed, in the tub. Like anytime like she felt like discomfort, she'd like hop in the tub, and she'd feel better, and then she'd like get out, lay down, and then get back in the tub, and then it was honestly probably the worst process because. For one, the tub didn't have any heater. So the water, we had to boil it and bring it down and pour it in. It's like, oh, gross. And then, oh my gosh.
You just pour fucking a tea kettle full of boiling water on your wife. Will that speed it up?
Is this warming now? No, dude, it's bad. But we had to do that to warm up the stupid tub, and it was so annoying. Oh my gosh. So the last day, like in the morning, I remember this. I'm like staying up for like most of this. My mother-in-law, she's like getting her naps and whatnot in, and I'm just there suffering. And so the last day, I finally got to rest. Like I'm finally getting to rest. I'm like in there with her, my wife, in the room. And I'm like, okay, she's like, oh, you can take a nap now. I'm like, okay, cool. And then I tell my mother, I'm like, hey, I'll take a nap in here for a minute. Tiffany's gonna be in the room if you wanted to keep an eye on her. Not even 10 minutes later, my mother-in-law comes in. She's like, okay, she's gonna push. I'm like, what? She's like, yeah, you need to be in here. I'm like, I only got 10 minutes of sleep, and you're gonna yell at me? Like, you do it. Like, I just wanted to tell, like, you need to go in and, like, give me, like, 20 minutes or something. Because it took, like, 2-3 hours of her pushing. Like, straight just pushing. And, oh, my gosh. Forever.
Yikes.
But, so, that's my daughter. And then my son, we actually had to have at the hospital because he has, like, a heart thing where something about his heart wraps around his esophagus a little bit. It's like some weird defect or something, but it doesn't hurt him or anything right now. So, but we still have to have it at the hospital so they can monitor and everything, like during the birth and after. So we're at the hospital, and I remember we were there like in the morning. We're getting our stuff ready, and they're putting all the IV stuff in and whatnot, and like towards like the end of the day, like around like 6, I think is when they want to like start like hey, like we need to get this baby out. They're like pushing us to get it out. So they're like doing all these things to induce like like make the hole bigger, make her more dilated, and so like. Oh my gosh, I remember it was like 8 or something like that. We were already like 30 minutes into pushing, and then my wife is just like tired. She got an epidural and everything. She ended up getting the epidural because she couldn't handle the pain. And 30 minutes of pushing, like she's just tired. She's like exhausted, and she just wanted the baby out. And she's asking the doctor like, "Tell me how much longer it's gonna take." She's like kind of like screaming it, And he's like, "Oh, you know what? 5 more minutes and the baby's gonna be out." And I don't know how this happened, but 5 more minutes, the baby was out. Like, pops out, and it's like, what? It's like baby was out in 45 minutes. It's like crazy.
How big was he?
He was actually smaller than my daughter. My daughter, I think she was 8 pounds and 13 ounces. He was 8 pounds and 10 ounces.
Okay.
So he was a smaller
just
boy.
barely.
Yeah, because he wasn't past his due date. My daughter was past her due date
Dude,
by like a week or 2.
I came 2 weeks early. It's a pound a week at the end there, right? Isn't that what they say?
I don't know, honestly.
That's what my mom told me anyways.
Huh.
Don't know how that works, but
I'm sure
I heard it
knows.
was a pound a week on the last like month. I was 2 weeks early, and I was 9 pounds something.
Oh my god.
It was like, dude, I would have been
Big boy.
enormous if I waited the whole
You
time.
would have been like a 10-pound baby.
I would have been massive.
Oh
Bro.
my gosh. That's crazy, dude. I don't know how much I weighed.
I came out like unga bunga.
I gotta see with my dad because I don't know anything about my past. I don't know like if you know, but I've told Pablo. This is my stepmom. It's not my real mom.
Mm-hmm.
It's with my dad, and like it was just a rough patch. Like I guess I was with my mom up until like I was like 3 months, and then he like started fighting for like custody for us. So it was like just like a battle up until I was like 6 until he got full custody. But a little rough.
That is.
So I don't know like a lot of my history before that. Like 6 years old. A lot of it's like very blurry. Like I only remember like some silly things like when I put my Hot Wheel in like peanut butter and put it in the toilet.
The fuck?
Like something like that.
Well, at least you remember the good bits.
Yeah. But I can't remember any of it, like probably because I didn't even care at the time as a kid and I probably didn't know.
It's a shame that happens, but it seems like that's like the normal progression for humans. It's like we don't give a shit as kids. We don't want to remember things.
Yeah.
And then when you're getting slightly older, I know we're not even old, but it's like, damn, I kind of wish I would have paid more attention and like
enjoyed it.
made effort to enjoy and remember these things.
I know. You look back at it and you enjoy it way more.
Right?
Than
That's what I was
moment.
thinking when the other day when you made me pull out the yearbook.
Oh.
Because I was like, damn, like I liked a lot of these people, but I was too focused on being mad at the ones I didn't even think about.
Yeah.
I didn't. It's mostly my fault why I didn't have friends in school and,
Yeah.
why I got bullied and why I bullied people, why I got suspended so much. It's like, it's all just because I was so focused on the negative instead of the positive,
Yeah.
which sucks, but you move on, right?
Yeah.
Still recording. Yeah. Probably pretty close to wrapping it up though.
Yeah. I think I gotta take off soon too.
Got to go to work. Isn't that nuts?
Oh my gosh, honestly, no. I don't really like working for this company. It's not great.
Is this something that should be exposed on the podcast? I gotta cut that?
No. It'll be on the podcast.
Okay.
Please help me at my what's it called? It's that one
Sub to the OnlyFans. So
old OnlyFans to support me. What's that other platform that
I would
people
like to make
use
note.
where
just
people
because-
donate?
Lalo has mentioned time and time again. Maybe you haven't, but he kills rats.
Kill rats.
And I work for myself. So I'm a broke boy. I'm scraping.
I mean, we're
by.
both broke boys because I'm scraping too. Even
You
with
got
two
a
kids.
family.
I got a family
You
that
got,
I feed.
you got a family making you scrape by. I'm scraping by because I scrape. I have to. But that's life.
What's the one platform that people use for people to donate?
GoFundMe.
GoFundMe, yeah. Support my GoFundMe.
We don't have a GoFundMe, but
We will make a GoFundMe and then you will support us.
or just OnlyFans and Patreon.
Or OnlyFans. Whatever you want to see. If you want to see us
You know what? I'll make one. Not just for us to get money, but
to support the channel.
support the channel is the main point.
For
If
fun.
you guys actually like what we're doing,
If you want to see our toes, Let us
if
know.
you've been paying attention, I'm wearing Crocs without socks, so zoom in, fella. That's gonna be it for this one.
and we will see you next time.
Well, thank you so much.
That is food, friends, and
Fun.
fun.
Food, friends, and fun.
We will see you next time.